What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me for another video. Crypto Glenn here. Really different kind of video this evening. Not gonna do a elongated intro. Bottom line, I've personally had enough. We have people in the crypto community. I mean, these are people who I've liked, really kind of enjoyed their content, but now it's kind of getting old. It's getting stale, and I think it's really making themselves look bad, making them, look uncredible, as well as just a little bit weird, like starting to look like weirdos. Taking a quick look here at the market: 126 billion, 76, 309, 682. We are seeing a little bit of a drop off today. Doesn't really matter. I think if you've been following my channel for any period, any significant period of time, usually when the market gets like this, the way I view it as tremendous opportunity to buy the projects that you're really, really adamant about. So we don't really freak out when the reds happen. What I am a little bit perturbed about is, again, just some of the weirdos that I think we are starting to cultivate here in the crypto space, and their sensationalized stories, and it's beginning to make themselves look uncredible, not having a lot of credit. And in the crypto market right now, that's something that we need to be very, very wary of, as for all intents and purposes, this is still very much the wild, wild west stage. More notably, what I'm talking about is folks in the XRP community. What I've seen over the last couple of weeks, people are now really starting to strongly resemble folks of the Tron community. And I'm sorry if Tron's your coin, but come on, let's not act like we don't know Tron is a little bit of a hype coin. Okay. Things I want to talk about here are a video that was done by Sam I not too long ago. Just released a video and basically was saying that, hey, I found new information, and all you have to do is go ahead and comb through various amounts of XRP wallets to try and connect the dots. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. It's not gonna do us any good to do it. And frankly, I don't need any busy work. What would be the point of combing through all these XRP wallets just to see the amounts? Like, it's not going to tell us where the price of XRP is going. It's not going to tell us when XRP is going to do what it's supposed to do. It's not even going to help us obtain more XRP. I don't care. I don't care that they've got this amount going to this wallet, and that there's this amount that's in storage, and that there's this amount that's in escrow. I don't care. I will tell you what I do care about is you claiming Sam I am. And again, when I first started paying attention to Sam, I thought Sam's content was, it was very nice. I thought it was thought-provoking, and now it's just getting weird. Every time something does not go right with crypto, that he claims he got the information from an insider, whether it be Bearable Guy or the Riddler, who I think are totally false. I mean, they're farces. They are complete jokes. Every time they make a prediction, they say, "Ta-ta, XRP community, I've done my job. May the odds forever be in your favor." And then something doesn't happen. They have to come back like, "Oh yeah, well, what I meant was you guys maybe didn't look at this clue." So the more recent one to have this happen was Bearable Guy 123. Apparently a few months ago, I don't know, the guy was thought to have been gone from Twitter, gone off of YouTube, just gone from the internet. And then people in the XRP community had just been getting fed up with a lot of things that he allegedly was supposed to be telling Sam. And shame on Sam for not knowing that this whole thing was a farce, or if he does know, he just doesn't care. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just not a huge fan of it anymore. Like, I'm calling BS on the whole entire situation. A Bearable Guy decides to come back, or Sam I states that Bearable Guy has came back, and now he's dropped even more clues to the Queen song, "Don't Stop Me Now." No, like, dude, none of this matters. This is all BS. Him, digital asset investor, and we'll get to that in a minute. But this is all BS. The XRP community is starting to get really weird. I mean, they're starting to turn on to the same "don't tread on me" folks, anti-government, anti-establishment, blah, blah, blah. Like, some of y'all need a hobby, man. Like, this Bearable Guy, he's been totally wrong. Sam I has been totally wrong on many different fronts. And again, he's beginning to make himself look completely uncredible. Do y'all remember back November 5th, everybody was going around the XRP community playing this video here?
Justice that I dedicate this concerto in honor of the holiday she seems to have taken from these parts, and in recognition of the imposter that stands in
Like
our
all these
stead,
guys are this whole V for vendetta. Like
what date?
it's just weird.
November the 4th.
Not anymore. Remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder, treason, and plot.
Yeah, whatever. So November 5th comes, and what do we get? A tiny, 4-6% bump on the day? That's not anything to write home about. Like everything these guys have been telling you about XRP is totally false. It's wrong. It's been a fable. It's been sensationalized. This is nothing more than a pure marketing engine to get people to either hold the coin or to buy more of the coin. And if you want to do that, fine. That's your own prerogative. But these people should not be trying to put out this sensationalized information as if they're insiders and they've got tips that they've been given. November the 5th came, nothing happened. Small bump. Triple Witch came, nothing happened. The end of the year is going to come. There's going to be no 589 end of the year price. Get that out of your head. There's not going to be any 589, let alone $10, let alone 89 cents. The thing you have got to keep in mind is you have to pay attention to the true factors that affect the market. XRP will not see any significant bump in price until SEC comes out with regulatory clarity on XRP. The cryptocurrency market, as a lot of these coins mirror what Bitcoin does, and that's another reason why we need a Thanos snap to eliminate half of these coins, because 98% of them are worthless. So we need more of a purge to get rid of the more of these coins that are worthless. The cryptocurrency market is not going to see a significant bump until one of a few things happens. The Mt. Gox situation comes and goes. And if you don't know what the Mt. Gox situation is, basically everyone that was, I guess they had cryptocurrency stolen from them, they're not going to get that back in a dollar form, but they're actually going to get it back in the cryptocurrency. And if Bitcoin is as low as it is now, then they're probably going to sell it. So you're going to have an influx of coins on the market. You also have Craig Wright, I believe, who has something like 1 million coins that are currently being held in escrow that he's going to release in about a year or two, if the articles I've been reading are correct, adding to the influx of Bitcoin that's going to be on the market. This isn't FUD, this is fact. And you've got to stop being so sensitive every time someone presents facts and say, oh, well, you're FUDing the market. No. We are presenting an overall complete picture as to the market, whereas the YouTubers that you watch only give you the steak versus the steak and potatoes. They want to paint this feel-good picture. Well, personally, I don't think the crypto market is going to be this feel-good story for a little while. I've just given you 2 instances where you're going to have a surplus of Bitcoins on the market. This thing is probably going to 1,000. Bitcoin. And like Bitcoin, if that happens, the price goes down, you're going to see the price of a lot of altcoins go down. We're not going to see this bump in the market until that happens, and or until we find stability in the price of Bitcoin to even think about getting an ETF approved. Oh, and until the Bitcoin halving happens again, which I believe that's on track to handle 2020 or 2021. Look at the last few times Bitcoin has had its run-ups. It's normally happened after the Bitcoin halving, or when the reward was cut in half. That's not on track to happen for a little while. So you keep paying attention to these YouTubers that want to paint these feel-good stories like Sam I and Digital Asset Investor. Digital Asset Investor, that's another one. This guy drops videos on XRP every day as if there's that damn much information to be putting out. Because truth be told, there's not. You listen to some of these YouTubers, they want you to believe that the IMF is going to be using XRP and that the World Bank is going to be using XRP. You can't even name 15 members, 15 people who help run the IMF and or the World Bank. But we're supposed to believe that people just have this secret information that XRP is going to be used by the IMF and the World Bank. Like, come on, man. Grow up. And that's not, I mean, again, when I first started paying attention to these guys, you know, I said a lot of that, you know, it's just entertaining content. And if you're putting out entertaining content for the sake of putting out entertaining content, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you listen to these guys, they say it's just for entertainment, but they really believe what it is that they're saying. That's why you've got to get a very balanced slice of the pie here. I mean, I do like guys, for the most part, like DM Logic, who, you know, they tend to approach things from a very pragmatic standpoint to say, I don't think 589 is going to happen at the end of the year. And you listen to some of these other guys, they're like, it's absolutely going to happen. Ripple's going to be $10,000 at the end of next year. And it's like, yo, honestly, like, you need to put that bottle down, whatever it is that you're drinking. Because, I mean, these are not logical things. And I'm not even talking about from the market cap, because you could have all the catalysts I just named but a moment ago happen, and the market takes off, and then, you know, the market cap doesn't mean anything because now you have tens of trillions of dollars that are beginning to pour in. But to say it's going to be 589 without any significant, or to say it's going to be $50 at the end of the year, like, these things are not going to happen. You'd be better poised betting on XRP being 45 cents at the end of the year. You guys have got to be careful as to where you are getting your information from. And these guys that are putting out these sensationalized videos, shame on y'all, man. I know not all of you monetize your channels, but those of you that do and put out these sensationalized videos, like, it's disgusting. You need help. You need help. Because when I listen to how XRP positions their coin versus how the XRP community positions the coin, you get two totally different, what feels like two totally different projects. The way Ripple poises their company, we are a technology company that helps banks with cross-border payments and helps source liquidity for payment providers. Versus the XRP community that is saying Ripple is going to be used for this, it's going to be used for that, it's going to be used by Temenos and SAP, and oh my gosh, it's going to be in retail payments, it's going to be in banking payments, the IMF's going to use it, this coin is going to be worth $10 trillion in a year's time. And it's like, it's so sensationalized, it's so blown out of the water, so blown out of proportion. The XRP community, some members of the XRP community, let me be clear, they're going so far away from where Ripple has positioned themselves and what Ripple has said about the project, to the point where, like I said again, you start to look at these two and it feels like two totally different projects. Enough is enough. Bearable Guy is BS. The Ripple Riddler is BS. You understand, someone had to draw these people up. They had to put them in position, then animate them, and then give them the story behind it. And then some YouTuber picks it up and they think that they've got the inside track because they believe that they're talking to somebody who's on the inside. It's a farce. These people have been wrong. They've been wrong before, and they will be wrong again. You are being lied to. And if these people who are reporting these stories know that these things aren't real and they're still reporting them to you, like, shame on them. They should do better. XRP, if we are not careful, if the XRP community is not careful, it is slowly going to begin to rival members of the Tron community. All hype, no action. And why XRP does have clients, if you look at who they have signed up, it's not anyone significant. It's small banks. They've got a number of them, but they're small banks. And we don't even know if they're really using it in the official capacity, even more so because the SEC has not given that regulatory clarity that XRP needs in order to really start taking a step forward in the right direction. That's all I wanted to say. Like I said, it's not going to be a very positive video, but a lot of times the truth is like poverty. Everybody hates it. Few people understand it. You can interswap poverty with poetry. Because a lot of people hate poetry too. Nobody wants to hear it, and few people understand it. I'm done.